Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Gay Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. We're still chatting with our friends all around Skyhold. We had a very touching moment with Art and Cullen. And I just did some selling and a lot of crafting. Just wanted to check up on Dagna and everybody else down here.
I have to know what it was like. The colors, the smells, the magic. I'm sorry, it's just so exciting. You went into the Fade. If you have time, Inquisitor, do tell.
Absolutely.
You seemed excited that I fell into the Fade as adamant.
Excited? The spring gets me excited. This is a wonder. It's probably hard to relate, but dwarves don't dream.
Right.
So I can't even guess what it's like.
Exactly.
I can't even understand what dreams are. But you were there. And came back. Can I take a sample?
A sample?
Of my
Oh,
blood?
that sounded sinister. I meant, can I cut a little piece off of you and do things to it? That didn't sound better, did it?
You're weird. I'll prepare a full report. What are you looking for exactly, Dagna? I'll prepare a full report.
You'll have a full report of everything I saw. Will that do?
It's a start. I'm sorry, it's just... This is exciting. It all is. Your people cleaned you up after your fall. I wonder if anything is left. So much to think about.
Can I cut off a small piece of you and do stuff to it? Oh, Dagna. I love you.
What can I get you?
I think I'm
I'll
good.
be back later.
I'll be here.
Oh, Dagna. Dagna. What am I going to do with you? Alright, we still have a lot of talking that needs to be done. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We've done... Oh, wow. This place is cleaned up a lot. Look at this, guys. Oh my gosh, this is a banquet area. You guys are great. I didn't even notice if this happened earlier. While I'm here, I might as well sit in this throne. Get it over with. Who am I gonna see now? Who am I seeing? I don't even know who I'm seeing.
Adamant's influence continues, your worship. I submit Lord Livius Erimond of Virantium, who remains loyal to Corypheus. We found him alive, offering extreme resistance. Likely because the Order will ask for his head.
Oh, him.
In more colorful terms. To say nothing of justice you might personally require for what was suffered in the Fade.
Well, this will be quick.
Many places felt the pain of adamant. You will answer for a great deal.
Exactly.
I recognize none of this proceeding. You have no authority to judge me.
On the contrary, many officials have communicated that they will defer to the Inquisitor on this matter.
Because they fear. Not just Corypheus, but Tevinter, rightful ruler of every piece of ground you trod in your pathetic life. I served a living god. Bring down your blades and free me from the physical. Glory awaits me.
You're not even sorry. Here's the problem that Art has. He's not... He hates sentencing people to death. He really does. And the issue he has right now is this guy's not even trying... He's not even trying to defend himself. I guess he's being honest. But... Which is good in and of itself, but he's not even sorry for what he's done. At least the mayor had some remorse. At least he was trying to defend himself, although it wasn't very effective, but at least he was trying. This guy, he's just proud of what he did, and Art is like, no, I'm sorry, no. A mage's punishment, tranquil. He dies by my sword. Jail him and lose the key. No, jailing him loses the key. Art's not gonna jail him, because this guy... Because he's not sorry, he's just gonna sit in that cell and plan his escape, and that just won't do. So jailing him isn't gonna be the thing. Killing execution is something that Art tries to avoid as much as possible. Give him to the wardens. Oh! Give him to the wardens. That sounds like justice to me. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. That's his punishment. Let the wardens decide his fate.
Although willing, there is a group you have wronged more than any. Lord Livius Aramund of Virantium. The Wardens can have you. Let them take your head if they want it.
Exactly.
Their petty justice or yours, it matters not. Truth lies in the next world.
I might want to pay a visit on the mayor, just see how he's doing in prison. Because, I mean, Art is... He feels horrible, of course, to the people who lost their lives in the Cursewood, but he does still have... He understands where the mayor was coming from, even though he doesn't agree with it. But he can at least have some sympathy.
Another of the lingering pains of Adamant, your worship. Sir Ruth is a senior warden of the Order. She was one of the many who slit the throat of another to bind a demon. She does not contest this.
What's your defense?
In fact, she surrendered to us. She requests no mercy. She wants the public justice of the headman's axe.
You're very serious about this. Is more death the answer?
There is no excuse for my actions. I murdered another of the Order. That blood marks me more than the Blight ever could.
Accepting their actions while thralls of Corypheus, many treaties allow wardens any extreme if it opposes the Blight.
Right.
I can't do it. I can't use the greater good to justify my crimes, as if it would create a future I could be a part of. It is wrong that this broke me. I've done worse with full sanction. I can do nothing except be an example of the cost.
See, this is exactly what Art... This is exactly what affects Art's mercy more. She wants to take responsibility for actions, and Art finds that very admirable, assuming she's telling the truth. She could be outright lying, but he'd like to believe that the Grey Wardens, unlike the other guy, what's his name? It doesn't even matter. I don't even care what his name is at this point. At least Grey Wardens, they have a little bit more going for them in terms of Art believing what they're saying, believing that they mean what they say. So I think this Art feels that this woman's telling the truth, that she genuinely is not just saying this just to get out of punishment. She genuinely believes that she should be made of an example of. Andraste forgives you. I won't judge a warden. Public humiliation. Then go to the deep roads. Jail her, throw away the key. No, I won't jail her. Andraste forgives you. A lot of people think that that's not justice, though. I don't think that Art would say Andraste forgives you, especially since he's not completely buying all that stuff. Jail her, throw away the key. Public humiliation. I won't judge a warden. Go to the deep roads. If she wants to make a difference, this is the way to make a difference. Public humiliation, then. At least if she goes to the deep roads, she will have a cause. She'll at least die doing the right thing. You know? At least doing the right thing. Public humiliation, I'm like, Jail her, throw away the key, no. Andraste forgives you, no. Won't judge a warden, no. Go to the deep roads.
You feel your life is over? There's a place for such wardens. Sir Ruth, you'll go to the deep roads. Your death may be as quick as you choose.
This sends no message. This is just an end.
What do you mean this isn't? I sentenced you. What do you mean this isn't a message? You're being punished. Judgment, the death of Sir Ruth operation. You're being punished. That does send a message. You know, it didn't seem like I had the. It didn't even seem I had the choice to execute her. That essentially was me executing her.
I told them the offer was the best we could do.
Because humiliation, I don't think was going to execute her.
They want to choke us. They think we're too remote to do anything about it.
Shame they're wrong.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah, there was a bunch of Solas disapproving. Yeah, it's not that was the closest response to executing her
Were you there?
that I remember. Okay. I think this is the dungeons. No, this is not the dungeons. The dungeons was here somewhere, right? I think it's this. Yeah, this is the dungeons. I wonder what happens if we fill up the cells with people. I guess you could put more than one person in a cell.
No one to watch over, your worship.
I thought I put
We
someone
either
in
have
jail.
many friends, or you've made short work of enemies.
I thought I put someone in jail. I thought I did. Didn't I put the maybe I didn't put the mayor in jail. I forgot what I did. It's been a while, guys. Alright. Let's continue the talking parade. Is this still saying the same thing? Hey! The Grey Wardens declare support for Inquisition. Following the destruction of the Temple of Sacred Ashes and the opening of the Breach, all efforts to locate the Grey Wardens failed. To many, the disappearance of this noble order was yet another ill omen. However, thanks to the efforts of the Inquisition, the Grey Wardens have returned. It appears they were gathered at the Fortress of Adamant in the western approach. According to the Inquisition representatives, the Grey Wardens were focused on their own solutions to the crises facing Thedas. After convening at Adamant, the Grey Wardens and Inquisition entered into an alliance, wherein the Grey Wardens will support the Inquisition in the war against Corypheus, Prior Belinus. Right, cool. So it did get updated. There's Harding. IB. New song. Oh, Grey Warden song. Oh, that's fitting. Iron Bull, do you have anything new to say? Good, I got a cutscene with IB. Yay. Ooh.
Again. Again. Come on. This is why the Qun doesn't like women fighting. I should have asked Cullen.
Oh. Oh, you did not just say that to Cassandra. There we go.
Good one.
Perhaps you can take over.
Qunari training exercise to master your fear. I heard about the nightmare at Adamant. Sounded big.
Hit him.
Can you explain why I'm supposed to hit you with this stick? Probably, if I try. It'd involve a lot of Qunari words, though. Just hit me with the stick, all right? I need to get over this demon crap.
This is not art style, though. Let's talk this through.
You're scared of demons. Of course I'm scared of demons. Who in their right mind isn't? I mean, not like, oh, real demons. Big ones with fangs and crap. You're not gonna hit me, are you?
I'd rather talk. I mean, even if Iron Bull disapproves, it's what Art would say. It's what Art would say. It's in character. I'd rather talk.
Bull, it might help if you shared how you were feeling.
Right.
How the crap would that help? For the Qunari, demons are the scariest thing out there. More so than dragons.
Really?
Even mages.
Interesting.
Possession, losing your mind. That's the worst thing that can happen to you.
Never knew that. I never knew that from Qunari.
It does seem terrifying. You think I'd have gotten over the superstitions from back home? I don't care about mages. Living so long out here, most Qunari would say I've already lost my mind. And I know that's not true. At least, I'm pretty sure that's... Well, shit, that's probably what it is. You could have just hit me.
Oh, come on, IB. I didn't want to hit you. Come on, Tim. Freddy! Freddy! Freddy, come back.
You're doing good work, boss. I like how this Inquisition is coming. Next time you're free, why don't you come grab a drink? I'll introduce you to the Chargers.
Ooh.
Can you tell me more about Saharan? It was a damn ugly place. Only getting uglier when I left. Between the Fog Warriors, the Tal Rashath, my people, and the Vince. You were lucky to go a day without blood. What do you want to know?
Tell me about the Tevinter people you fought.
The Vince sent forces to Saharan every autumn. Guess they didn't like the summer heat. We had some good fights on the beaches, standing in knee-high water foaming red with blood, ships on fire around us. The cities were worse. Free bit of advice. Don't let the Inquisition forces get suckered into urban combat.
Why do you hate Tevinter forces so much? What makes them so bad?
It's not their armies. It's their spies. They bloodied Saharan year-round, killing loyalists, supporting rebels. Alam had no city administrator. Nobody would accept the position. The last 4 who held it died inside a year. Trying to conquer a country is one thing. Making it so nobody can live there, that just screws everyone.
What are things like for the natives of Saharan?
I remember one guy. He made these things, fish wrapped in thin bread. Nice guy. Talk to him every morning. So, one time I'm asking about his bad back, and I see he's nervous, trying to tell me something with his eyes. Next thing I know, his assistants draw knives and come at my team. The rebels had forced him to poison my food.
And then?
I'd seen how nervous he was, so I hadn't eaten anything. A couple of my guys weren't so lucky. We killed the rebels. I lost 2 men to the poison, another to knife wounds. My friend who made the fish wraps died with a knife in his throat. Close quarters fight. He was caught in the middle. That is what things are like for the natives of Saharan.
What were the Fog Warriors like?
They were the worst of the rebels. They trained for stealth attacks. They made this fog. I never saw any mages, so I figured it was alchemy, not magic. They were almost invisible in it. I'd be on patrol in the market square. The fog would roll in, and before I knew it, half my squad dead without a sound.
It almost sounds like you admire them.
They didn't use poison. They didn't hurt civilians, and they were damn good fighters. You have to respect that. Plus, they hit the Vince as hard as they hit us. Hearing some terrified Magister scream, "My slaves! Where are my slaves?" in the fog always put a smile on my face.
Okay, Ivy.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Oh wait, I want to hang. You said you wanted to get some drinks.
Hey, that elven redhead who makes the buns in the kitchen. Is she available? Because I'm getting signals.
Oh, the redheads. Oh, that's right. Tib, Freddy, the redheads. Big fan. You want to get drinks?
You said we should go get some drinks and meet your company?
Yeah, come on. It'll be fun.
Yeah, let's go.
Ah, good. We're not drinking alone.
Hey, guys.
How you doing, Crème de la Crème?
Your worship. I'm so glad he has someone new to hit with that joke.
Do you prefer Krem or Cremisius?
Crem's faster. The chief's nicknames usually end up sticking.
Hey, when I was growing up, my name was just this series of numbers. We all give each other nicknames under the Qun.
They ever wear shirts under the Qun, Chief? Or do they just run around binding their breasts like that?
It's a harness, Krem.
Yes, for your pillowy man bosoms. Let me know if you need help binding. You could really chisel something out of that overstuffed look.
Why pass as a man? Are you a woman? Oh, this is awesome! They purposely... This solidifies it. They purposely... This is awesome! BioWare, you are... Oh my gosh. They purposely made Krem's gender ambiguous. It was totally on purpose. That was cool, because I honestly wasn't sure myself, and I was afraid I would offend somebody by guessing whether Krem was male or female, and which is why I thought, well, maybe Krem's transgendered. Let me know if you'd help out. You could really just something on this. Why pass as a man? Are you a woman? That's kind of... I don't know if Art would be also upfront about that. And the rest of your crew? When did you know? You could really help chisel something out of that. Oh, binding. Okay, so Krem is a woman who's trying to pass as a man. So Krem could be transgender. When did you know?
Did you always know?
Yes. It's not the most fortunate thing to know about yourself growing up in Tevinter, one rung above slavery.
In Kunadar, Krem would be an Aqun-Athlok. That's what we call someone born one gender but living like another.
I was right!
Kunari don't treat those Aqun people any differently than a real man.
I was right!
They are real men, just like you are.
Maybe your people aren't so bad after all.
Don't get your hopes up, Krem. We still come down hard on the back talk. Anyway, here's the rest of the chargers, or what's left of the rest. A lot of them went looking for stronger drinks. We've got Rocky and Skinner there, and over there are Stitches, Dalish,
Dalish,
and Grim. Crazy bunch of assholes, but they're mine.
Oh gosh, I can't believe it. If I read that properly, they pretty much confirmed that Crème is a transgendered character. Because it's somebody who is born another gender, but what was the word? He says somebody. The Kunari call them this word: someone who is born of a different gender, but are actually, but believe they are a different gender from how they were born. Something like that. I don't know. I'd have to look again. But to me, unless I'm completely misinterpreting or misunderstanding, I think that makes Krem a transgender character, which is awesome because I don't think I have ever, encountered in a video game a transgendered character that was not there for comic relief, for comic effect, because I think there was possibly a transgendered character, maybe, in the Mark of the Assassin DLC, when you are at the party and you see a Seneschal Bran and Serendipity? Yeah, I think there's this elf Serendipity who looked like a woman but talked like a man, so I don't know if it was just purely cross-dressing or Serendipity is actually transgender. I wasn't sure. But this, they outright pretty much say that Krem is transgender, which is awesome. I've never, ever encountered that before, and I think that's so great. BioWare, I knew BioWare was, like, very big on diversity and, like, equality and equal representation, but wow, I am amazed. Did not see that, because the whole transgender thing for Krem, that was just a guess. I didn't realize they would not only like I didn't realize it was not only true, but actually confirm it in game. Like the developers could have confirmed it like on Wikipedia or something, you know. If you go to the Dragon Age wiki or something like that, then they could have mentioned it there. But they actually spelled it out in game, which is pretty darn cool. Where are you from, Rocky? Why leave your clan, Dalish? You're a healer, Stitches. How'd you get here, Skinner? Grim, what's your story? Who's the cute blonde? Is Stitches the cute blonde? I don't know. Stitches?
I take it you're the company healer.
Yes. First time I ever picked up a sword was when the Blight hit Ferelden. Never put it back down.
He makes a potion that'll put you right back on your feet after even the toughest fight. It tastes terrible, though.
That's because it's a poultice, sir. You're not supposed to drink it.
That's funny. Where are you from, Rocky?
Were you born on the surface, or are you from Orzammar?
Oh, Rocky.
Orzammar. I got exiled. Stupid noble crap. Also, I accidentally blew up a bit of the shape rate.
Rocky's one of our best sappers. He can take down enemy fortifications faster than a golem.
I'm also working on my own version of Kunari black powder. I've almost got it.
Yeah, you really don't.
It's really neat to see the Bull Chargers. Really need to see the Bull Chargers being a very diverse group of people. Diverse in race, diverse in background. To me, that's it's a really awesome thing. It's a really awesome sight to see, because the Inquisition is a lot like that as well. Different people coming together for a common cause, which is why I feel like the Bull Chargers I think that's why they fit so well with us here. Krem, what's your story?
Grim, is it? Grim doesn't talk much. I'm pretty sure he's the lost king of some small country. Or chieftain. Something like that.
I was gonna say, he's cute, but the grunts are not so cute. But it's okay.
So, how'd you join the Chargers?
Killed some people.
Skinner didn't take kindly to nobles testing their new swords on the elves in her alienage.
City elf.
Bull took me in. Now I get paid to kill shams.
This is actually really good behavior for her. She's not marking her territory or anything.
It's almost like every single person in this group is one of the origins in Dragon Age Origins. Because you've got the mage, you've got the city elf, you've got the you've got the Dalish elf, you've got the human, you've got the dwarf from Orzammar, and then there's the Iron Bull, Qunari.
Why aren't you with your clan?
Our keeper thought I should see the world a little.
Dalish don't have Templars, so they can't have too many mages in a clan.
Right, I remember that.
Now, sir, you know I'm not a mage. That'd make me an apostate.
You carry a staff, Dalish.
It's a bow.
A bow with a giant glowing crystal at the tip.
Yes, it's for aiming. Old elven trick you wouldn't understand.
I'm impressed.
Got a good company, Bull.
We do all right.
Man can beat the Chargers, cause what hits you where it hurts.
Oh boy.
Unless you know what's happened with loose hearts and looser skirts. For every bloody battlefield will gladly raise a cup. No matter what tomorrow holds, our horns be pointing up.
Thanks for coming by, boss. Glad you could meet some of my team.
That was cool. I really enjoyed hanging out with those guys, like getting to know the Chargers.
I can't understand how those women in the kitchen can be awake so early after the night we had.
I'd like to hear more about the Chargers.
Always happy to talk about my guys. What do you want to know?
How did you start the group?
It's easy to make a name for yourself as a merc when you're a head taller than most folks.
Yeah.
I spent a year or two working for Fisher's Bleeders, but their captain was crap. Figured I could do better. The best folks in the Bleeders agreed with me, so we split off.
I imagine Fisher disagreed.
He came at me. I snapped his sword in half, and we talked things out over drinks.
Talked things out or talked things out? I'm assuming they just talked things out. Knowing Iron Bull. This is exactly what I said. Your group is diverse.
You have people from plenty of different backgrounds in your group.
Exactly.
Yes, well, when you're in Orlais and you look like me, you can't be picky about who you take in. A lot of them got turned away from other companies that didn't want a knife here, or a crazy dwarf. Their loss. You get my back in a fight and carry your own weight, you're good with me. How about you? You had a company of your own. How did you put yours together?
Oh wow, that's a good question. The people, the Chargers, I feel like they're, they're members of the island of the misfit toys. I used Tal Bashath. I mostly stuck with humans. I think Art took all kinds.
Like you, more or less. I took anyone who could take care of themselves and follow orders.
Great minds.
What are the craziest jobs you've ever taken?
Besides this one, there's a lot of violence between the nobles here, but that's standard work. The fun stuff is when they party. They always want to impress each other, and that means getting something shiny. We've hunted wyverns, fought through caves to find some old magical crap. Even went giant baiting once.
Giant baiting?
What's giant baiting?
So this old guy, Comte Van Chess, has some kind of a pageant planned. But he needs a giant, which is off in some damn cave. He's got some kind of rare charm to control the giant, but no way he's going into that cave himself. So we go in, kill some spiders, find the giant, and wake it up. It attacks us because, of course, it does. And we let the big bastard chase us outside where Van Chess is waiting.
That was actually your plan? To let a giant chase you?
Yeah. We had to stay out of reach, but close enough that it wouldn't give up. It was tricky. Good news is the giants are slow. Long as my guys ahead could clear out the spiders, we were fine. Bad news is the giant spiderwebs slow you down a bit more than you think.
But at least Comte Van Chess got his giant for the pageant.
Turned out that charm was a phony. Giant ate the poor guy alive.
Ooh.
It's okay, though. We still got paid.
I'd like to know more about Krem.
He's a good soldier, and a better second-in-command. The troops need someone to complain to when I'm being a hard-ass. He's good for that.
I love that. He does refer to Krem as a he. So from now on, I will refer to Krem as a he as well. Him being her isn't an issue.
You don't have any problems with him being a woman?
He's not a woman.
Right, thank you.
Look, you and I have to walk carefully so we don't accidentally break the furniture or the elves.
Yeah.
We're probably not the best people to go around deciding what's normal.
Exactly.
Krem's a good man. I don't give a nug's ass that it's a little harder for him to piss standing up.
That's a good point. I appreciate you saying that. Iron Bull, because I'm sure a lot of transgendered people in real life definitely appreciate that as well. And I know that I have a bunch of transgendered viewers out there as well, so I'm really curious what you guys think about Krem. Do you think that his character was handled well and handled accurately? Do you feel that this whole thing is believable and handled accurately, or not? And if so, what are your critiques about it? I'm curious, because as someone who's not transgendered, it's hard for me to be able to place myself. I try to pretend to place myself in the shoes and try to understand, but I don't. I feel like I would be able to learn better if I heard directly from you guys, directly from the source, I guess, who knows better than I do. So I'm just curious.
You don't have a problem with him being from Tevinter?
Nah.
But you hate the Vints.
Sure, but he's not a Vint. He's just Krem.
Right.
I can get worked up about a group or a nation just fine, but people, it's too much work to hate them one by one.
Iron Bull has got some really awesome quotes. Really awesome quotes. And that actually says a lot, and that explains why he has no issue with Cole, even though a lot of people think of him as a demon, and he says demons is the thing that he fears the most, but he's cool with Cole.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Nice talking to you too, Bull.
Pleasure as always, boss.
Alright, you got nothing else.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
That was great. I'm glad we got to chat. These are some very awesome conversations. Oh, by the way, great job.
It's just what I heard.
Great job, Miss Bardquisitor. I forgot your name, Miss Cabo.
Inquisitor.
Your cheese. How is your morale?
What's the current mood?
Unlikely.
Unlikely?
What's the word out there?
7 people want your minstrel dead. They'd settle for smashing her lute, but they're afraid she'd sing about it.
She's good, though.
As you were.
Inquisitor.
Fine, I'll ask her to sing. I'll ask her to sing up at my place. 'Cause she's good. She's very good. Hey, Crème. How are you doing?
Commander Cullen did good work at Adamant. Breached those walls like he'd done it a dozen times. Nice job with the demons, by the way.
I think you've already told me about yourself.
I wanted to talk about you, if that's all right.
You know, I'm from Tevinter. Wasn't a slave, but even citizens have it rough if they're not mages. I was a soldier, but women joined the ranks under a different program. When they found out I was passing, it got ugly. I ran, that ball near the border, and ended up here. Not a life I'd wish on everyone, but it'll do.
Why did you decide to live as a man?
I didn't decide anything.
Right.
I've been like this my whole life.
Right.
My parents wanted me to marry up. They tried to find me a nice merchant's son. Every day, put on a dress, look into my father's shaving mirror, and just hate myself.
Yeah, what a lot of people, again, don't understand is that people believe that transgender people choose to dress up, behave, act like the opposite gender. And this idea might sound really foreign to a lot of people, and to be honest, a lot of you probably will never understand it. But the way I understand it, the way other people have explained it to me, is that you believe deep in your soul that you actually are a woman trapped in a man's body or a man trapped in a woman's body. That you are not, regardless of what your physical body parts are, you believe that you are a woman or you believe you are a man. And you didn't choose anything. It's, I guess to them, their body parts got chosen for them. Again, I can't speak for transgendered people because I'm not transgendered myself, but this is the way that it was explained to me, and the way Krem is answering Art's questions, and a lot of this is because Art himself, I think, has not encountered... I think he just hasn't encountered transgendered people, and he's not asking these questions because he's being rude. He admits to being ignorant. He admits to being ignorant to this, but he's asking these questions so that he will not be ignorant anymore, so that he can gain knowledge, so he can educate himself, because otherwise he's going to remain ignorant. And hopefully Krem understands that, and I'm sure Krem that he's gotten these questions asked all the time, and I'm sure it must be really tiring to have to answer the questions every single time, but it's, you know, when people ask me why did I choose to be gay, I'm like, when did you choose to be straight? When did you choose to be attracted to the opposite sex? Like, when did you make that conscious decision that you would be? Because if your answer is, I was always, you know, when I hit a certain age, I was always attracted to the opposite sex. I was like, okay, well, when I was 11, 12, I was always attracted to other men. I mean, there was no choice. It was just, that's just how I was wired. So, and people, even to this day, have a problem understanding that and grasping that. Would you change with magic? Oh, interesting. What would do your family? This is really great questions because they're so, these are realistic questions. What did your family think? You know, why are you passing? Would you change it with magic if you could? If I had a, if I had a magical pill, for example, if that turned me straight, would I take it? You know, stuff like that. These are actual questions.
If you had the chance to use magic, would you change all the way?
What? No. I don't want any magic like that within 10 yards of my body.
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger. I don't know. Everyone has silly dreams. In Tevinter, dreams like that get you killed. Bull helped me make a good life. Nice armor and a well-placed sock, and I'm happy.
Yeah, the way Doreen was talking about how his dad disapproved of him being gay. You know, imagine having a son who wanted to, completely become the opposite gender altogether. What did your family think, Krem?
How did your family react when you started?
My mother wanted to throw me out. She said if I didn't marry well, I was dooming the family to slavery. He was happy to take the money I set as a soldier, though. Not that it mattered in the end. My father. When I was little, he'd angle his mirror down so I could pretend to shave, just like him. He never said anything, but I think he knew.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet.
What's Tevinter like for a citizen? Someone who isn't a slave or a mage?
I'm of the Separati. Citizens who aren't mages. Mages are in charge and everyone knows it. But a wealthy merchant can have an easy life. At the low end, people just try to stay out of slavery. My father was a tailor. I joined the army after the Imperial slaves drove him under.
How did slaves drive your family out of business?
My father made shirts, aprons, that kind of thing. Nothing fancy. One of the magisters had a pet project to prevent the poor from dying of cold in the winter. Nice, right? He had Imperial slaves making simple peasant clothes and selling them for almost nothing. That magister's nice idea put out slave-made clothes at prices my father couldn't match.
Sounds like the Magister was doing it out of kindness.
That's the worst part of Tevinter. People don't even realize they're taking away your living. That Magister wasn't a terrible person. He probably saved slaves from dying. My father sold himself into slavery.
Wow.
He's one of the Servus Publicus, the Imperium-owned slaves now.
Wow. Sold himself to slavery.
You said you left Tevinter when they discovered your secret.
Women are allowed to serve, but only in certain ranks and disciplines. I was up for promotion, but the healer I'd bribed to sign off on my physical had to tend to a sick magister. When the replacement healer saw what was or wasn't in my paths, he made threats. It was slavery or death, so I knocked him out and ran.
Passing is illegal then?
It's against the law to pass as a man.
It's a crime to lie on an imperial application for service.
Gotcha.
Would have been a heavy fine or slavery.
Right.
10 silvers, the healer said he'd tell the Tribune I was sick in the head. Some pity for the mad little girl. That was when I hit him. I'd served for a few years. I was good at hitting.
You go, Krem.
I'm surprised you escaped from the Tevinter Imperium so easily.
It's not like I lived in Minrathous. I was in Trevis, not far from the Navaran border. It helped that I was being chased as a deserter, not a runaway slave. Slave hunters only get paid for what they catch. They're efficient bastards.
Thank you, Krem.
We'll talk later.
This is really fascinating talking to Krem. I feel like I am learning something. I'm really learning something from this game. Hey, Sutherland. Sutherland? Where's Sutherland? Where's Sutherland? What happened? Oh, I guess Sutherland's out. I guess, oh, Sutherland's, oh, that's pretty cool. I guess Sutherland is out on the field. Hopefully he's okay.
If you say so.
Let's see if Sarah has anything to say. I'm afraid Sarah and I mean, we've had some rough patches. Here we go. I'm trying not to make her
Heard
mad.
what went on in that Fade thing. What you think went on. Can't even start to believe that business.
I think a lot of people are having trouble with what went on there.
People going on about visions and piss when real people are gone. Dead, probably. Hawk, yeah? Lost a champion. And in trade, a busted down bunch of wardens. And they're always weird. Usually, bad stuff happens first, so you're glad when the hero shows up. But wardens are the wrong way round. They're the good thing that means a bad thing is about to happen. Like in Denerim, when the Blight ended.
Oh yeah, what do you remember from the Blight?
A lot happened in Denerim. What did you see?
People talked a lot about this one warden. There was a big fight and they died, or... I don't know, maybe they didn't.
Angelus?
The hero of Ferelden. You forget the hero of Ferelden?
That was ages ago. 10 years. I was playing with small painted boxes and burying stuff I stole.
Oh.
I remember more people cringing about magic than Blight. Wardens were an excuse for your stuff to go missing. Blackwall's nice, though. Different from the adamant ones. Need more like him.
Okay, well, that actually went a lot better than I thought it would.
Your wish is something, something.
Your wish is something, something.
Are things playing out the way you expected?
Cassandra laid it out, right? You're the big hat now. Gonna make everything the way it should be. The praying's nice, I suppose. Corypheus bit, though. Shite.
Concerns about my magic use.
Do you have any worries about how my magic is developing?
Really? You have to ask what's so bad about the magic stuff. I mean, that weirdy talking about night, whatever.
Night Enchanter.
Night Enchanter. Battle magic.
Not helping. I don't understand that stuff. It's scary to anyone smart enough to think for a second. You shouldn't be scary. You're the Inquisitor.
Why are you so frightened, Sarah?
What has you so scared?
You really don't know? Most people are scared. I mean, there's lots of mages here, but most never see one. Never. You're weird, and I know you, so you're not scary. But lots of people don't know you. I don't want you to be just a scary mage.
But a lot of people don't think of me as a scary mage. Many people don't think of me as a scary mage. I think if anything, many people probably would think of me as a scary Canary before a scary mage.
This is what I am. I have to embrace it. Too much depends on me.
Right, now you've got to make me feel bad for being frightened. Fine, whatever.
Carry on,
I'll
Sarah.
be back if I need you.
Go on.
I still I netted good approval
Sitting and
gain, though.
waiting. Great, yeah?
Yeah. I netted a good approval gain, so... Cool, that's a good talk. Thanks, Sarah.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
Alright guys, this is a good place for us to stop. I'm probably going to go upstairs and find Cole, our buddy Cole. I love talking to that guy. Thanks again for watching this episode of Gay Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. I hope some of you might have learned a thing or two today, just like I did. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Until then, love yourselves, and love each other.